She should have known that to support a racist is problematic. Her children are biracial, and her family is one of the families that in the 70s could not have lived in any.
You're not really making the world a better place. Right. You're just allowing these financial institutions to enact control over corporations. And it's a really shifty, weird way they're doing it by making it seem like they're trying to make...
In this dramatic fictional storyline, Carrie Underwood wins a massive lawsuit against the daytime show The View, with a staggering $1 billion judgment shaking the network to its core. What started as a televised insult turns into one of the most talked about defamation cases in Hollywood-style storytelling, even prompting Joe Rogan, within the fictional narrative, to question the show's credibility. The case grows far beyond a courtroom battle, serving as a sharp reminder to media outlets in the story about how important it is to be responsible when discussing someone's character.
Our country, how do you love your country and support and normalize somebody who was a convicted felon who really wants to destroy the country, in my opinion? I don't understand how you say you love your country at the same time as you normalize.
The controversy intensified when co-hosts of The View questioned American patriotism on air. One host posed the question, how can you love America and support someone trying to destroy it? Critics pointed to the contradiction, calling for unity while condemning dissent. That moment would later serve as a symbol of the polarized atmosphere surrounding the case.
From the ladies on The View, of course, that kind of was the beginning of this firestone. Right? They have apologized. Right. What do you think of their apology? I've told other people, because people have asked me, what do I think? And they're constantly for what you say, and for me, they didn't apologize to me. They apologized to nurses all over America. So I love leaving it up to them. They can decide how genuine they felt that it was, and they can decide what to do with an apology. I appreciate it, but...
For many, the incident highlighted a long-standing dynamic, ideological opposition framed as moral superiority. To critics of the show, disagreement wasn't debated, it was labeled and dismissed. That pattern set the stage for a conflict that would eventually shift from studio banter to courtroom litigation.
Country superstar Carrie Underwood has spent most of her career avoiding political talk, but she's set to perform at the upcoming inauguration. She said in a statement that she's doing it because the country must come together in the spirit of unity and look to the future. And lots of her fans aren't thrilled about it, but lots of her fans...
The chain of events began when Carrie Underwood performed at the presidential inauguration. Though she had performed for administrations of both political parties before, several co-hosts framed her appearance as evidence of hidden political allegiance. Suggestions of far-right connections followed. Despite the absence of any public political statements from Underwood, the fallout, as later proven, played a central role in her decision to pursue legal action.
Some crazy misogynist engineered The View, because there's nothing worse than The View. In terms of, there are so many brilliant women out there. None of them are on The View. None of them have gone near the set of The View, yes. Well, their audience is not really their audience. Their audience is a group of people they bring in who watch television. Sure, I think she came into it with an agenda. Of course,
As criticism spread, the show offered a partial, indirect apology. Underwood responded graciously, yet pointedly reminding viewers that public accusations carry very real consequences. Observers would later argue that the apology was aimed more at damage control than genuine accountability.
For me, that maybe she's just not that politically savvy, or maybe she's just not ready. But all we know is that she liked a Trump post. We don't know. She hasn't stated that she supported him, but that's fair to interpret that she may have, but we don't know that.
Most important part. This is right after she was saying, we are run by ABC News. You should trust us, not Joe Rogan, who believes in dragons. So she by saying we should trust them, because they're double-checked by ABC News, and then making...
Tweets from Sonani Host referencing the story were quietly removed, but screenshots had already circulated across social media. Advertisers responded by stepping back, ratings declined, claims of ignorance surfaced, including a statement from Whoopi Goldberg asserting she was unaware of the situation. Industry veterans questioned that explanation.
But again, people think things are funny because they don't think about the person they're making fun of. You and I are both guilty of it.
Behind the scenes, ABC executives attempted to resolve the matter privately. Settlement offers were made, but Underwood refused, seeking public accountability rather than quiet closure. Around this time, Joe Rogan openly criticized The View. calling it a gossip platform masquerading as journalism. His comments would spark widespread discussion about the role of televised commentary in shaping public narratives.
Especially of all these people, it's just astounding. And look, it's just so wonderful to see them cowering and groveling like that. But, you know, the true characters are coming out, that they've got no character, that they're actually have no courage of their conviction. Nothing, not legally.
Under the guise of moral outrage, he referenced past incidents involving public figures such as Taylor Swift, Roseanne Barr, and Megyn Kelly, suggesting a pattern of personal attacks tied to political identity rather than factual critique.
One of these late night comedy shows that no longer have anybody watching them, and they're officially on cancellation notice because they're not going to survive with the numbers that they're getting. I don't think the view will.
Further scrutiny uncovered contradictions in past public statements from hosts, including praise for celebrities with similar political associations. Former staff from The View came forward with accounts describing a tense workplace culture and alleged leaks. Though unverified at the time, the allegations gained renewed attention as the defamation case progressed.
She should have known that to support a racist is problematic. Her children are biracial, and her family is one of the families that in the 70s could not have lived in.
You're not really making the world a better place. Right. You're just allowing these financial institutions to enact control over corporations. And it's a really shifty, weird way they're doing it by making it seem like they're trying to make the world a better, more equal. Some crazy misogynist engineered The View because there's nothing worse than The View. In terms of like, there are so many brilliant women out there, none of them are on The View. None of them have gone near the set of The View. Yes. Well, their audience is not really their audience. Their audience is a group of people they bring in who watch television. Sure, I think she came into it with an agenda. Of course, you know.
One remark that went viral summarized the sentiment: there are millions of brilliant women, just none on The View. Network leadership attempted to downplay the crisis until court documents revealed internal communications that demonstrated intent to misrepresent Underwood. The ruling that followed, a $1 billion penalty, marked the largest judgment of its kind in daytime television history.
People think things are funny because they don't think about the person they're making fun of.
Legal experts called the ruling a landmark moment for broadcast commentary, emphasizing that public platforms cannot twist facts without facing consequences. While the show's reputation took a hit,
And that was a lot of people's perspectives on Hillary Clinton. I talked to a
No,
lot
I'm
of
pretty
people
sure
that hated-
everyone loved her.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure she
the
won.
most loved.
I liked Elizabeth Warren. She's
Why?
cool. I just like her. I liked her. I like
She's a
her
con
tenacity. Yeah, but okay, who isn't?
Yeah, Bernie Sanders.
Okay, but did you vote for Bernie?
He wasn't available to vote for.
Did you
I
vote
would've.
in the
I didn't vote for in the primary.
primaries, right?
Yeah.
I
But
did.
I had him on my podcast. He was very sincere.
Okay, cool. I've
I
had my
think-
mom on my podcast. You want to flex? I'm just saying.
I think he's very sincere.
Underwood emerged with her integrity widely reaffirmed, and for many observers, the case became a symbol of the broader responsibility media outlets have when discussing individuals in the public eye.